What's up, beautiful people? In today's video, we'll be doing three things. I'll be taking down this threading, and then I'll also be telling you all the things that I experienced with it. But before we get into that, I want to restyle this hair. Now, if you guys remember from the last video, this was how I styled the hair, and I said I did this because I was not planning to go out. But on this day, I was going out, and then I wanted it to look more presentable and it can look beautiful and I can look like an African queen basically. So all I did was basically the same thing that I did in that previous video. I packed everything together like this and I did it on one side and then on another side. Now I'm going to use two pieces or two strands of rubber as well. I'm going to put that on that end and then I'm going to start wrapping around, basically just the same way I did in the other part. Now if you have not watched that video and you have 40 type hair and you want to learn how to thread your hair, probably to stretch it or like to get it softer or whatever you need it to do for your hair, then go watch that video. I'm going to link it in the description box below, so you should go check it out. Now after the first two strands of rubber finished, I decided to go in with another strand, two strands as well, and then I just checked to see where my hair ends. Now I'm just going to keep wrapping, and then to tie it I am going to drop one piece or one strand of that rubber and then keep tying with the other one, or keep wrapping with the other one and then make a loop and then do that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. This is what it is going to look like after you have done that. Now you have two longer strands. You're going to keep that one away and then cut the other strands. Ensure that you don't cut the two longest strands. That's like very important because you're going to need that to like attach it to your hair. Now you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to crisscross it and then put one side on one side and then put the other side on the other side. If you get what I'm saying, you can see what I'm saying, so it's very explanatory. Now I'm just going to wrap those two long strands. I'm going to wrap it around one piece of the threading that I have done just to secure that, and then I'm just going to keep wrapping and then I'm going to tie it. Watch carefully to see how I am doing this wrapping process. Now I feel like this is common knowledge, but when you are wrapping those two big threading strands, you need to make sure that you wrap past where your hair ends before you stop wrapping, so that whenever you're ready to take down the hair, you are not cutting your hair. Or rather, even when you're still making the hair, when you want to cut away those strands of rubber that I asked you to cut, the shortest ones, you are not cutting your hair. That is like very important. Now this is what it looks like after I did that. You can see how neat this looks. You can literally wear this like this if you plan to wear it for even a longer period of time. I think I wore mine for like 4 days tops. This is what it looked like before the wrapping in the previous video, and you can see how different it is. I literally look like an African princess or an African queen. So now let's get into taking down this. It's been 4 days as I said, and I want to take this down. Okay, now in the previous video I gave you a tip to bend your head when you are wrapping the back, which I did not, and trust me when I say that literally affected me. 2 days after wearing this thing, I already felt some bumps on the back of my neck, the nape area, and then on the fourth day when I was ready to take this out, I even saw like more visible ones. The first 2 days it could not be caught on camera, but like after the fourth day I literally saw it. It wasn't really painful. I could just feel like something was there. Now let's get into taking down this hair. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut off that rubber that you used to attach these two long strands to your threading strand. You need to be very careful so you don't cut off your hair. So you need to pull that out a bit before you cut it. Now to take it down, you're going to just pull it down, and let me tell you, this used to give me so much joy when I was younger. You see this rolling thingy, that twirling thing that it does, I loved it so much and I was looking forward to experiencing this with my hair. But tell me why this thing refused to agree with me. I do not know why. I was just really pissed. You would not see it in this video. I know how to manage how I feel. Do you get what I'm saying? But he did that in some and he didn't do that in some. I don't know why. That's not important. What's important is we are able to take this out and you can see what it looks like. Like, I was so shocked. My hair is stretched, it is moisturized. That's another thing that I noticed with this. Like, all the products that I used in the hair, I could still feel it. My hair was soft, it was stretched. I could literally comb it out. You can see that. Like, I was so shocked. I knew that this thing like retains, helps to retain moisture, but I'd not done it in like 8 or 10 years. I do remember how much moisture this helps to retain, and I feel like that is because your hair is actually secure. I feel like this is actually like the best protective hairstyle if you can get past the tightness of the hair, and if you want to get past that tightness and the bumps that I felt, go and watch that previous video. I'm going to link it in the description box. As I said, I gave tips to prevent pain when you are making this hair. So go and watch that video. I learned from experience that when you're making this hairstyle, especially the back, you need to bend your head. Very, very important. So it is not tight. I didn't bend my head when I was doing this, and as you could see, I started getting bumps, crazy bumps. Like, it's been like 2 extra days since I took down this hair, and the bumps are just reducing. Do you get what I'm saying? So you need to be very, very careful. Now you can see how I'm taking it down. You're just pulling the bottom strand, the bottom part of the hair, and that is it. Now don't use your fingers, I mean don't use your nails. Very, very important, do not do that. Now this is what the rubber looked like when I was done. Please do not ask me how you can reuse this thing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like if you boil it, it will probably shrink back, but I honestly don't know. Now, the shockiest part, the part that shocked me the most, when I finished taking down this thing, I did not moisturize my hair. I just put in the comb, and you can see how the comb is literally coming out with no pain. Now, the end of my hair was still pretty much what's the word that I'm even going to use? It's not the same thing as this part that was threaded. Of course, the ends of my hair, I didn't thread it. I just detangled and I um threaded past away from like the root of my hair, so I could feel like there was a contrast. It was given when you are transitioning. You know how like there's this really, really thick part of your hair and then there's the part that is already stretched. That was what I experienced with this, but it was not that deep. Honestly, I just loved that my hair was stretched, my hair was very, very soft. I could comb out my hair and see, it was just perfect. You should really, really try this if you are trying to stretch your hair, if you want something completely different. And yeah, I could sleep with this hairstyle. That is why I keep saying go and watch that previous video. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this hairstyle, your experience with it, and if you have not tried it, let me know if you'll be trying it out. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.